All right, we're getting breaking news coming in. There seems to be an official threat which has been issued on floods that loom over Bihar. That's what we're getting in at this point of time. A landslide in Nepal has led to a creation of an artificial dam on River Kosi, triggered possibly of a flood that could affect parts of Bihar. The Crisis Management Committee, headed by Cabinet Secretary Ajit Seth, held an emergency meeting in Delhi. A decision was taken to rush some experts to Nepal besides 15 teams of the NDRF. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has directed all help should be rendered to Bihar as well as Nepal to meet any eventuality. Significantly, the development has occurred a day ahead of Modi's two-day visit to Nepal. The Cabinet Secretary spoke to Bihar Chief Secretary and promised all assistance from the centre. A team of experts has been rushed to Nepal to help them with technical support. 8 teams of NDRF have been sent to Bihar from Delhi and 7 from Kolkata to help in relief and rescue. The priority is evacuation of people and animals from the area that could bear the brunt of the floods. I'd like to cut across to my colleague Gaurav Sawant, who's currently in Nepal. Gaurav, can you get us up to speed with the latest developments?
The latest information that we've been provided is that inclement weather is hampering relief and rescue operations. The army here has carried out a series of blasting operations to at least let some water flow out of this area where water had collected because of the landslide. But still, it's a very, very difficult operation. Inclement weather is hampering it. Several people have been rescued. Several still fear trapped. About 80 to 100 still fear trapped. What we're also being told is that a team from India will be here tomorrow morning. They would be taken to this area where River Kosi has this water collection because of landslide, and they would then try and figure a way out of the situation.
Gaurav, there is no easy solution to this crisis, is it? Because if Nepal does let out water, it will directly affect India.
That is one of the biggest issues in Bihar. We remember what happened in the last time. But after that, an effort is being made to ensure that situation is not repeated. But then again, it's this team of experts which will come evaluate the situation. As you rightly pointed out, teams of National Disaster Relief Force, 8 teams have been rushed to Bihar. Additional teams are on standby. What we've been told by our sources that areas would have to be evacuated downstream should the situation worsen.
And understandably, all of this occurring just a day ahead of the Prime Minister's visit.
Of course, Prime Minister Narendra Modi would be the first Indian Prime Minister to arrive in Nepal after 17 years on a bilateral visit. We've had one visit, of course, of former Prime Minister Bihari Vajpayee for a SAARC event. But this is, this is a visit that the entire country is looking forward to. We've been covering Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit here, and the excitement is in the air. The way this city has been decked up to welcome the Indian Prime Minister, the way people are talking about it on the streets, the government is talking about it. While that excitement is there, there is also this tension about flood water, in the River Kosi River, and what potential damage, could lie in store.
And it's pretty much a throwback to 2008, Gaurav, isn't it? Because the River Kosi has been an extremely touchy topic with both Nepal and India.
Yes, the disaster in Bihar in 2008 when the river changed her course, we covered that situation, and there are clearly no easy answers here. When we spoke to the Nepalese government on this issue, they are still in the process of crisis management at the initial stage just as yet. And this initial stage crisis management is to assess the extent of damage, the extent of the flood water. The initial water that has been collected, some of that water has been taken out, but the potential is it is still raining here. It is still raining, and that is making the situation pretty precarious, Preeti.
Appreciate you joining us. Gaurav Sawant would be reporting on the Prime Minister's visit, Narendra Modi to Nepal, a high-profile visit, all eyes on that, but also the other story that is taking place alongside that political visit is what you're witnessing on your television screen. Nepal, that one particular landslide has caused pretty much a lot of panic there, and there are threats to Bihar because the River Kosi, which flows from part of Nepal to Bihar, and there is a certain amount of water water which has got accumulated in Nepal, and if the country releases that water, then there is an open threat of a flood to India. We'll keep tracking the situation closely. Do stay with us.